So what would you think about this pump with that same...
the fact that it has the best boom formation in
the best boom formation. Dan and I have been debating this. You'll see in the pump rodeo later today. Apparently I'm going to run a pump with the second best formation, which I would say is the first best formation. But so this pump with the same 14 cell high pressure kit that Maury's pump has. Look at this thing go. Look at it go. What do you think?
Definitely do a lot with it.
It's a good pump for me. How's it going? We're admiring your pump. Dan and I have been debating RZ versus double Z all weekend, or all week I should say. I don't know we'll ever have a show. I was going to say the best part about this pump, other than the 5-section boom, look how short the rear legs are. It's perfect.
I know. This is actually the
best feature.
Wow. I did on roll fold boom, 32. But this is the outriggers that I learned.
Well, the previous generation had the longer rear legs.
No.
Are you still hungover from the live stream?
No, not.
I've never seen somebody crush it. Was it a bottle and a half of whiskey?
No, the first one wasn't full.
It was
and keep it pretty much together. That was impressive.
It was about 25%, and I finished that and started on.
Oh, I thought it was a full bottle. It's a better story if we say that you crushed a full bottle. That's legend status.
Anybody who drank that in an hour and maintained their composure would be legend.
We're admiring the short rear outriggers on the front.
No, I'm just average.
We're admiring the short little legs on the rear.
No,
you like that?
This is what my outriggers came out.
No, the previous version had a 19-foot rear spread. They were bigger. Remember? And then they went to a Rotec pedestal from a rack and pinion. Revised the boom design. The boom no longer jogs.
Maybe they went out like this far, but it wasn't that much of a difference.
Well, they went out 19 feet, and now they go at 13 feet 1 inches. I'm going to post the specs above. I'm right, Dan's wrong. I'm going to post the specs. I swear, Dan.
Well, maybe the previous generation is, but the one I learned on wasn't.
When were you at MJ? How many years ago?
20 years.
You know what? Unless maybe they had a model where they shortened the rear legs up.
Because I remember Eagle had the X before they had this style, and then they had this, and I remember these because you never had to worry about where the back of your pump was because you could always put your outriggers out.
Yeah, well, according to the specs, the original, the first generation, they come out like 3 feet further.
Huh. Okay, I'm not gonna argue with you.
Maybe Alex knows. Trivia question: Dan and I are debating. So Dan ran the previous generation 32.5 Alliance.
No. I said roll and fold.
Oh, the roll and fold.
The 4-section roll and fold that I learned to run pump.
Oh, he's right. Okay.
Was this.
And but the previous generation Alliance 32 had wider rear legs. Yes.
I wouldn't be the guy.
The 5-section.
Okay.
The 5-section did.
Well, we solved our debate anyhow. I just wasn't listening. I was talking and not listening.
Perfect.
I apologize, Dan. You're right. We're having a debate that wasn't a debate. We're arguing about the outriggers on a 32.5, but Dan's talking about a 33 roll and fold, and I'm trying to say, no, the outriggers were bigger on the first 32.5. But he wasn't even talking about that pump. He's talking about the old 33 roll and fold. So
yes,
anyhow,
I ran the 32.5, and they were bigger than this.
They were bigger. Okay. So I was.
But not the one I learned
I was
on.
right, but I'm still completely wrong. So.
Yeah, but the one I learned on was a roll and fold with this up.
But see, I like how clean it is up on the decks. And the water tank is important. Water tank's incorporated into the frame. You gonna go up?
Sure. Come up.
Here, take that. Okay, I'm gonna put my coffee down. Set this down.
Oh, look at this. Nice little box to keep your clamps and stuff in without them floating around. Worry about them
This is a
falling
nice
off the
storage
deck.
area. So what would you do with hoses? You know what I would do with the hose storage? Like on Maury's new 38-meter Alliance, he put the brackets on top of the deck pipe. And he's got a rack on the deck pipe for the hoses. It's perfect. Yeah, this is very impressive. It's really smooth too. I like it.
Well, the sides fall down. So you put
They do,
your
but
whip
I
hoses
think-
underneath.
Whip hoses, yes, but your 20
And then
or
your
25
footers
right on
right
top.
across the top. I mean, I don't know how many you're going to be able to put up there.
Or you'd be surprised. We have the same thing on our 47, a similar setup, and you can actually put a lot. I'll try and insert a photo of Maury's setup. Yeah, you get almost 200 feet on there from what I've seen. It's so refreshingly simple, right? Just simple mechanical stuff.
It's a nice pump. Very nice pump.
I would.
And for the type of work we do,
I would take
with
one
a high
all
pressure
day
kit.
long with a high pressure kit.
Yeah, high pressure kit, that's what I was just saying.
It's just in our market when you jump up to like a 36 or 38 meter, the hourly, the rental rate is so much better. than the purchase price. So Dan, if you're pouring in tight, you're gonna have your reducer, you're gonna have your whip hose, so your whole assembly is gonna hang down about 3 feet lower than the knuckle, you think?
Well, you're gonna have a 10-foot whip hose on there. You're gonna have your taper on there.
Yeah.
Which is 4 feet, depending on what size hose you go down. So you could have up to 6 feet of taper.
Yeah, so your taper's gonna get you almost to the second boom cradle.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna have
it depends if you put a smaller hose on too. If you go down to 3 inches, you got 2 tapers.
I would use a 12-foot whip, and then you're down so that the knuckle's not in the dirt.
But then if you're pumping here, you're not gonna pump right beside your boom. You're gonna have these sections folded in if you're pumping right here.
The only crappy thing is you'd have to foam oil the heck out of these sections because they get splattered. Like any low clearance
if you're pouring
pump.
right here, but you wouldn't have this. If you were pouring right here, you would have this folded up there, and you just have this last section coming out.
But I think eventually at some point as you get in close to the truck, you're gonna get splattered, right? But that's like any low clearance, like a Schwing 31 or a Putz 31.5. Any of them, you're gonna end up with a section that's right down close to the concrete. And
at least this section's easy to clean if you do splash.
That is true, yeah. But yeah, guys, from what I've seen, they just foam oil them. Anyone in the comments, what do you do with your low clearance boom to minimize mess? Do you just foam oil it and pressure wash it at day's end? Do you saran wrap it? What are the tricks? That's actually a good topic. Next live stream, that's a good topic.
But I think when I ran this pump, there was not very many times when that had to be down.
Yeah?
You have boom configuration. You could get it so you're not having that issue.
See, because I've never run one, I have a hard time wrapping my brain around it, but I take your word for it. Yeah, I would like one of these. It's about 10 pumps on my list. This is one of them. It's not an overly exclusive list, but just something new and shiny. So 32 5-section alliance. It's like, oh, here's the specs right here.
16 cell.
So unfolding height, 18 feet 6 inches. Where's the rear outrigger spread? Rear spread 13 feet. That's deadly. So 20 feet 4 inches in the front. So same as the 36 or most 32s, right? But the rear, and the rear is the one that causes a lot of issues with setup, I find.
Yeah.
For tight back alley, tight laneway setups and whatnot.
You can usually get one front outrigger out without an issue.
Yes, this is true. Yeah, no, it's a good layout. Good layout, good pump. One of my favorites, for sure.